Hi, I'm here. My name's Yvette Barrios. I'm here to interview about Bronco Day. So, Aykut, would you like to introduce yourself, please?
Sure. I'm Aykut Satici. I'm assistant professor of mechanical engineering, and my research is on robotics and control in the robotics and control field. And I teach classes that are relevant to that, like the kinematics, robotics, and optimization. Um,
Well, great.
I yeah, I did my PhD in University of Texas at Dallas on, of course, robotics and control, and then did some Uh, two postdocs. One was in Italy, in Naples, and then another one was at MIT. Again, mostly working on different fields of robotics, like multi-agent robotic systems, um, non-prehensile manipulation of objects, even soft robotics, some soft robotics. And then I came to the Boise State University as a professor, assistant professor.
Well, that's great. So, can you tell me a little bit about what you do in your robotics lab?
Yeah, in the robotics lab, we are concerned with, of course, our primary research is focused on trying to come up with low-level control laws to have robots perform some meaningful and desired tasks, such as um, automated manipulation of different types of objects, um, locomoting on having the robots locomote on uneven ground, uneven terrain. Um, we even look at some problems where we try to design robotic systems so that they are you know well primed to perform under certain situations, such as rehabilitation robotics, for example. Their design is a huge concern in that field. Yeah, we deal with these questions in our lab.
Well, that's great. So, what is your vision for the robotics program in the lab at Boise State? Where do you see it going 10 years from now?
Yeah, what we strive to do daily in the robotics lab is that we're trying to build this robotics program that not only does world quality, high quality research, and then we publish results in journals and conferences, but also we want to provide this pipeline for students and youngsters in Boise and in greater Idaho, greater Boise or Idaho area, or even if they want like to come from California as well, that's fine too. We'd like to build this pipeline um, where we teach these new generation of students what they can do about with robots and in the general field of robotics, and then when they go to the workforce, they are well motivated and well trained to perform those tasks. Uh, so yeah, the vision is twofold essentially. One of them is to become a world-renowned research lab, but also to provide the opportunity for the next generation of students and our next generation of robotics expert workers with robotics expertise.
Well, that's great. That's great. And so the question is, do you have undergrads working in your lab? And if so, what do they do?
I do. I have had a myriad of undergrads that worked in my lab. Right now, there is one. Um, he's working on a project that's funded by a local robotics company here. Actually, they're not very local. I mean, they have a local, uh, they have a local company here, a local factory here, but they're actually nationwide. Their Bastion Solutions is funding us to do a sort of development for them for their own robotics lab or for their own robot that they have built in-house. That robot had some calibration issues, and we're trying to find some ways to automatically do that calibration for them. And the undergraduate student, he's working on writing the Python code to actually get this pipeline done. And he's actually going to intern over the summer in Bastion Solutions,
Oh,
and
wow.
he's going to implement whatever he will have done in the lab by that time on the actual robot. So, and we're having of course, we're having bi-weekly meetings with uh, the representative over there, and we're reporting our progress to him. But before him, I had many undergrad students. They worked on, they have an air hockey playing robot in the lab. They worked on various problems with that robot, such as perception, vision perception, etc. Uh, Another student that I had as an undergraduate was Nardos. She's now a graduate student in the lab. She worked on some of non-holonomic manipulation problems in robotics, and so she's now a PhD student in the lab.
Oh,
Um,
that's fantastic.
yeah, uh, yeah, we have a good history of having undergrad students work in the lab.
That's amazing. So, what do you love about Boise State?
Um, no, the Boise as a whole is a great place to live, but other than that, Boise State has a good culture of being supportive of not just the undergrad students and undergraduate students, of course, but also within the work as a workplace. It's a good supportive place, and I love that about Boise State. They're essentially trying to support you and do their best to essentially give you the opportunity to succeed, and um, and I like that. And also, of course. No, I also like to live in Boise because there's, it's a more quiet place than where I have been in Boston and Dallas. So I like the quietness of the whole city as well.
Well, that's awesome. It's great to have you here. So, do you have any other advice or any other information that you'd like to provide to the students for that are experiencing this Bronco Day online? Do you have any other thoughts or things you want to add?
Uh, well, I'm not, uh, I don't know, not much, but I mean, it's a good thing. It's a good opportunity for them to think about what they would like to pursue during their college education. It might be early right now, but then time flies fast, and you kind of
Yeah.
it's good to start to develop a plan, even though that plan might change in the future. It's of course having a plan is better, even if it's a bad plan. It's having is better than having no plans at all. So
Gotcha.
that's what I would say.
Well, great. I appreciate you taking the time to talk with me today and go
Thank you.
Broncos.
Yeah, go Broncos.
Thank you.